Thank you so much for being with us today at Congregation L'Dor Va-Dor. We are building the Judaism of tomorrow today. I am Cantor Carol Garrett, and I'm blessed to have at the helm of the computer Sharon Leibovitz, and at the helm of the camera, Nolan Fredrickson. I'm also grateful for all of our volunteers and our board members. We offer a rational approach to Judaism, working to unite all people and Jewish denominations in peace and harmony. We are here tonight to honor Sandon and Allison on their upcoming nuptials. The oneg is sponsored by their parents, Bob and Anna, and Ruth and Mark. The oneg will be after, so please stay and enjoy that with us. Thank you. In life, there are births and deaths and weddings, b'nai mitzvahs and holiday celebrations. Tonight, we also recognize and grieve the passing of one of our members. Tonight, we also recognize Bert Aronoff. Our heart goes out to Patty in her time of grief. He will be buried on Sunday in Pennsylvania. Bert was full of life, always a kind word and a smile. He was lighthearted and would often laugh. He was a devoted member, and we will say Kaddish for him tonight and for the next 30 days. We are also glad that you have joined us, and we hope to come together as one community and lift each other up in song and prayer. Shabbat Shalom. Please join in one of Barry's, may he rest in peace, pieces. Without your bass. Making your way in the world today sure can take a lot. So Jews take time on the seventh day to pause and share Shabbat, seeking a righteous, peaceful way. On Shabbat, we like to go where everybody seeks Hashem. And don't get hung up on the name. You want to go and bask in the glow of the Sabbath candle flame, where you can know that all are glad you came. You want to go where the people grow instead of staying the same, where peace and love we joyously proclaim. Shabbat Shalom. Do you recognize that tune? Yeah. Everybody knows your name, right? From Cheers. So I want to introduce the honorees for lighting the candles tonight. We have Sandon's sister, Heather, and his mom, Anna Pushkin Shevlin. And they're going to be coming up to light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotzav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. May the light of the Shabbat candles cause us all to see each other as part of our shared congregation. May the light of the Shabbat candles help us to recognize the needs of others and show us a way to help them. May the light of the Shabbat candles encourage us to find and share life's truths and use them to improve all lives. In the glow of the Shabbat candles, may we bond together to become even better congregation. May our hearts be lifted, our souls refreshed, and we light the candles, we say Shabbat. I do want to say that I thank this family for being part of their Jewish family and how much they enjoy coming here. And we are really excited to grow our family with Allison and her family coming to our house and spending good times together. We're going to have a lot of wonderful celebrations this week and next Sunday. So thank you all for being part of their lives on Fridays. I think it means a lot to them. Thank you. And thank you for coming.
Thank you. And thanks for sponsoring the Shabbat and Mazel Tov. Thank you. I'd like to call up for honoring the Kiddush, Kim McCrary. Whichever you are comfortable with. Notice the shirt. Cute.
Cute. We make Kiddush on Sabbath to recognize the joyfulness of the time, taking time to rest and to delight in the creation around us. Sabbath reminds us that no matter how our day or week has been, we are still worthy of time to rest and feel joy. Shabbat does not judge us. It is an open invitation to invite more sweetness into our lives. We therefore raise our cup and recite the blessing over the wine. Kiddush. Join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. No, I think I'm good. I just really love our congregation, and I'm glad you all are here.
So, we as a congregation went to go see Wicked, and some of us, anyway. Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah. Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah. With me, Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah, and we will light the night. Something has changed within us. Something is not the same. We want to listen to the rules of Torah's constant flame. Let's always count our blessings. Let's not go back to sleep. It's time to trust our instincts. Close our eyes and leap. Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah. Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah. Sevivan, Sov Sov, it's Chanukah, and we will light the lights. So if you care to join me, look toward the western wall. As someone told me lately, every person has a light within. And if you shine it brightly, you're living your destiny. To those that want to ground us, take a message back from me. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, it's Chanukah. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, it's Chanukah. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, it's Chanukah, and we'll light up the sky. We want to pray together here at L'Dor Va-Dor. We'll sing and dance with fervor and greet you at the door. Chant Shema V'Ahavta, sing some new melodies too. We wanna lift your spirits, a community that honors you. Sevivan Sav Sav, it's Chanukah. Sevivan Sav Sav, it's Chanukah. Sevivan Sav Sav, it's Chanukah, and we will light the lights. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, it's Chanukah. Nun Gimel Hey Shin, it's Chanukah. Nes Gadol Haya Sham, it's a miracle. Nes Gadol Haya Sham, it's a miracle. So let's light up the world. Thank you. By the way, Barry, when I met him, I used to make up adaptations from the time I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I'd made one for my family all along. When we met, we both did the same thing. It was like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. And so he would go, we're doing mine this week. Okay, we do yours this week. And very often we did his because he's like, he wanted to do his. And it was great because he was the rabbi. So he was in charge. But now I get to actually show some of the stuff I make up too. So thank you for playing along with me. Please join me in a responsive reading in our invitation to prayer. Where you see the bold words, please read boldly. Prayer is like playing jazz. You can pray alone, but exciting things happen in sessions with other musicians, especially if you've played with them before.
Some play the old standards. Others try new pieces. Sometimes we all pray in harmony.
Other times we pray at our own rhythm, our own volume.
Mystical tradition teaches that the words are only the shell, the outer wrapping of the prayers.
Jewish tradition explores the inner meaning of the words through interpretation.
Ancient sacred texts stay alive when each generation reinterprets them.
Amen. Please join in Roll into Dark by Noam Katz. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day comes to night. Hooray, yom v'layla, kolelo mipnei choshev, kolelo mipnei choshev, v'choshev mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. Ready? Roll into dark, roll into night. Day turns to night, day turns to night. Right words. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, kolelo mipnei choshev, kolelo mipnei choshev, v'choshev mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Thank you. I like it. I like when everybody's playing and singing. So the intro to the Baruch Hu. The Baruch Hu means bless. We speak the Hebrew words that we bless God, but does an all-powerful force of the universe need us to bless them? Does the sky need our blessing? No, rather it is I that needs to remember that everything around me is sacred, and I am to show gratitude. I know that I am finite and relatively short-lived on this earth, but the power and force of the universe has always existed, and the creation of earth is my blessing. My ancestors live within me, but this pulsing, developing energy that creates and weaves its power through everything, it is what I call God. And I am grateful that I don't have to carry the weight of the outcome of the entire planet on my shoulders. I can let go and bless the force that created us all. Please join me in the Baruch Hu, and if it is your custom, to rise in body, mind, or spirit. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach Leolam Va'ed. Stay standing for the Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. You may be seated, and thank you. So we have a moment of not using our instruments, but please join in the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha ve'hayu Hadevarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'letecha v'derech u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayula totafot beinenecha uktatam al mezuzot betecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotziti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim leyot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. So the Micha Mocha was the song were the words that actually Miriam said, standing at the one side of the Red Sea when they finally got safely across, if you believe the stories in the Torah, of course. And Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, who is like you, God, she said, because they safely got across. Some of you know my dogs are named Micha and Mocha. I have two dogs, and I lost a dog just before that, so we drove all the way to Georgia because somebody online had a picture of Micha, and I was like, I want that dog. my husband's like, really, we're going to drive to Georgia? It was about 6 hours, right? And we took, Madison. I took Madison with me and Jim, and we went and got Micha. And when we got there, there was also Mocha. And we were like, oh, we weren't going to get 2 dogs. But they said, oh, they're so bonded. And, of course, we fell for that, so we got them both. And they're sisters, and they absolutely adore each other. So it is really a pleasure to have them. They're really sweet dogs. And they were feral, so they were living in the woods, eating a downed deer. And we went from them being feral, learning how to behave, and teaching them how to live in a community and a family and, a society. So sometimes they still act a little feral, but mostly they're pretty good. Anyway, please join in the Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha be'alim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam u'zelianu v'yameru Adonai imlo, Adonai imlo leolam va'ed. So the intro to the Avot, as we begin the Amidah, that means standing prayers, the Avot Ve'imahot reminds us of our ancestors' enduring faith and invites us to draw strength from their legacy of courage and resilience. On the precipice of the winter solstice, which starts tomorrow, let us remember that our ancestors used their light to make a better world. Our parents did the best that they could with the resources that they had, and we are doing the best we can to live in a way that honors them and will someday leave behind those that will honor us. Together, let these prayers ground us in gratitude, strength, and awe as we open our hearts to the divine presence. If you'd please join me by rising in body, mind, or spirit, as it be your custom, for the Avot Ve'imahot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chatadim Tovim, V'Koneh HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'etzrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mechacher Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berakabim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Kolim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memid Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, Kedoshim b'Kol Yom, Yehallelujah Selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated. Shalom Rav, written by Jeff Klepper. He was one of the very first of many that started writing alternate melodies for Shabbat services with Debbie Friedman. They were very good friends. He also had a partner, Dan Freelander, who wrote this with him. So please join in Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, leko hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon, leko hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. V'tov b'necha l'rarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol eir v'chol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tashim Leolam. Tashim Leolam. Tashim Leolam. Before the silent meditation, let us remember to tell those that we care about how much we appreciate them. We can think about and pray for their happiness. May the hope of new love envelop us with its magic and remind us that all is good and wonderful in the world. There once was a man who stood before God, his heart breaking from the pain and injustice of the world. Dear God, he cried out, look at all the suffering and the anguish in the world. Why don't you send help? God replied, I did. I sent you. May we search within for the road to our utmost happiness and those of all that we care for. With each quiet breath we take, may we feel more peaceful. Silent meditation.
We wish a refuah shalema to those in need of healing, whether it be physical, spiritual, or mental. And we'll take names from the audience after I read the list. Rita Alsman, Andy Beda, Michelle Bernstein, Betty Brown, Sherry Cohn, Roberta Cooper, Mary Dishner, Michelle Eric, Irene Feinblatt, Wendy Frank, Laura Gallagher, Margie Goldman Spaderna, Fern Haber, Nadine Herbst, Deidre Hill, Tara Hollander, Vicki Hollander, Shelley Horowitz, Iris Jacob, Gary Klein, Celia Cohn, Samantha Cohn Bartleman, David Kotlier, Linda Kupperman, Lori Lerner, Penny Martin Sherry Medler, Lori Messinger, Melissa Swanson Musel, Dr. Suder Nair, Jay Oberoy, Alfred Paritsky, Arlene Pearl, David Perlman, Laura Perlman Devons, Larry Pinchas, Vivian Pronin, Bernie Rosen, Michael Rosenthal, Sheila Rubin, Laura Santa Cruz, Miriam Sivak, Harry Stone, Michelle Stone, Sephora Texera, Jacob Viner, Naomi Volan, Lorelei Wolf, Charles Wood, and the world, Israel, and all that are fighting.
Did you say Jamie?
And Jamie Shepard.
And Bill Field. Any other names? Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Ellen. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes. Yes, Jennifer, I saw your hand. Thank you. Please join me in wishing them all a mishperach, and please sing with me. Mishebeira avotinu mikur habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishebeira imotinu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. What I love about this is, you're asking for the strength to be a blessing rather than asking for the strength to get well. You're asking for the strength to be a blessing rather than asking to be healed. And yes, we want to be healed, but we want to be healed because I think our job here on earth is to be a blessing and to do good deeds and good acts of kindness. So that's why we exist. My belief. We're going to call up in a moment people to carry the Torah and for the Aufruf. But before that, we have a responsive reading. So please join responsively. There is holiness when we strive to be true to the best we know.
There is holiness when we are kind to someone who cannot possibly be of service to us.
There is holiness when we promote family harmony.
There is holiness when we forget what divides us and remember what unites us.
There is holiness when we remember the lonely and bring cheer into a dark corner.
There is holiness when we share our bread, our ideas, our enthusiasms.
There is holiness when we love truly, honestly, unselfishly. I'd like to call up Sandon and Allison and ask them to come. oh wait, we decided to do this a little differently, right? We're going to do first the Hakafah. They're going to carry the Torah. So yeah, come on. You're going to come and carry the Torah for us. And she has it written a little differently on the sheet. I'm just in my head figuring this out. So if you'd please carry that around, and if you'd like to rise while the Torah is being carried, if it be your custom. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Venismecha, Hava, La Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Venismecha, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Venismecha, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Venismecha, Uru, Uru Akim, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim, Urakim Velasameach, Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Venismecha, Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Venismecha, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Venismecha, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena Venismecha, Uru, Uru Akim, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim Velasameach, Urakim, Urakim Velasameach. Please clap for our dancers. Yay! Thank you. Allison and Shannon, can you come stand here for a moment with me? Tell a good joke. You want to tell a joke?
You guys know how I feel about bowling? You guys want to know how I feel about bowling? It's hit or miss. It was a joke. No? Nope. Got nothing.
Got nothing. Well, we are here to bear witness to the upcoming celebration of marriage of Allison and Sandon. I'm hoping they come in. There they are. Yay! Welcome. Shabbat Shalom. Well, yay! You missed his bowling joke, but, you know, it was a hit or a miss. Yeah. We are here to bear witness to the upcoming celebration of marriage of Allison and Sandon. Thank you again to those that sponsored the oneg tonight, both of their parents, their sets of parents. This ceremony is called an Aufruf, a traditional Jewish ceremony prior to the wedding where the couple is called to the Torah for a blessing or an aliyah. Allison became part of our Jewish community earlier this year when she converted to Judaism, and both have been actively involved in L'Dor Va-Dor. Tomorrow marks the winter solstice, and it is a time of renewal, reflection, and rejoicing. The sun triumphantly begins its steady return, its light and warmth growing stronger and brighter each day, just as I have witnessed the love between Allison and Sandon growing stronger. Let the unwavering love between you be as constant as the sun. We want to wish you the blessing of enough. We hope you always feel you have enough, that you are enough, and that you are provided enough. Notice that in the word wedding, the we comes before the I. You have already shown tremendous love and support for each other. Remember, in a marriage, we must think about what is best interest of both of us. sometimes putting their needs before your own. I also know that you have cats. So the cat wisdom is to purr loudly, letting them know you're happy. Be playful, chase the yarn or whatever it is. Take your rest when you can. A good cat nap is a good thing. Make the most of chances. Create a good impression. Let people know how to make you happy. Make better use of strengths, as well as get more pleasure out of your day and life. A marriage makes of two fractional lives a whole, as it doubles the strength of each of you to perform it. We are honored to share in this decision that you both have chosen to join as one. Amen. And so now the blessing. So Dodi Lee is a kind of traditional melody and song for a wedding, and we thought we'd include it. Dodi Lee Vanilo Haroe Bashoshanim Dodi Mizoro la min amidbar mizar la min amidbar. Isn't that sweet? Dodili vanilo haroe Shoshani Dodi.
Many of our congregation wrote a card for you, and we have a little donation that everybody got together. So we wish you a lot of mazel tov. That's from a lot of the congregants. They signed the card, and we wish you nothing but nachas, good luck, love, light, and happiness from L'Dor Va-Dor.
And music, right?
Adonai Hamborach, Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Vaed, Baruch Atah Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amin, V'natan Lanu Et Torato, Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Be'eretz Motzrei Aviv Be'eretz Canaan. Jacob was settled in the land where his father had sojourned, the land of Canaan. Elah Toldot Yaakov Yosef ben Shava Eshrei Shana Adonai Ro'eh et Azon Ba'azon Vehu Natza et B'nai Bilha ve'et B'nai Zilpa Shnei Aiv ve'aneh Yosef et Dovachar Ro'a el Avihem. Then this line in Jacob, at 17 years of age, Joseph tended the flocks with his brothers as a helper to the sons of his father's wives Bilhah and Zilpah. And Joseph made bad reports about them to their father. Yisrael ahiv et Yosef Michal b'nei Kivo Zichani ko lo ve'asa lo kitnei pasim. I have the English on this page. And then his brothers saw that their fathers loved him more than any of his brothers, and they hated him so that they could not speak a friendly word to him. V'yiru azaki ata hahav Abraham mikol achav v'yishneu oto v'al yiklu ru le'as lev. Once Joseph had a dream which he told his brothers, and they hated him even more. He said to them, hear this dream which I have dreamed. V'hinei Yosef v'yagi li'ezo v'yafu or sheni oto. They were binding sheaves in the fields when suddenly my sheaf took up and remained upright, and then your sheaves gathered around and bowed low to my sheaf. That's the beginning of that story. So, Vezot HaTorah Asher Moshe Lifnei Bnei Israel Ata Pi Adonai Elad Moshe. And the reading after the Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tohenu Baruch atah Adonai notek Torah. Amen.
Mazel tov. Coming soon during our Hanukkah party, they're having their wedding, so I won't be at the Hanukkah party because I'm at their wedding. Very nice. Good job. I need all the help I can get. Thank you. Vayeichev. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. We are reminded of the power of darkness to try to overshadow light. In the Torah portion, we read of Joseph betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery. I saw Gladiator 2 and Wicked this week, tales of struggle, pain, and suffering, human and spiritual resilience, and the fight for righteousness and freedom. These narratives invite us to reflect on what it means to face overwhelming darkness and emerge transformed. Joseph's story begins with a betrayal. His brothers, consumed by jealousy, cast him into a pit and sell him into slavery. To Joseph, the pit must have felt like a tomb, a place of utter despair. Yet this moment is not the end of his story. Joseph rises, eventually becoming a powerful figure in Egypt, who saves countless lives during a famine. The journey from darkness to light in Joseph's life teaches us that even in our lowest moments, there is a potential for redemption and growth. The Midrash offers a striking interpretation of the pit, noting that it was empty and there was no water in it. The rabbis ask if there was no water, what was in the pit? They suggest that the pit was filled with scorpions and snakes, symbols of danger and fear. Yet Joseph survives. His resilience in the face of peril reminds us of our own capacity to endure even when surrounded by threats. The winter solstice marks the darkest day of the year. For our ancestors, this was a time of fear and uncertainty. Would the sun return? Would light and warmth overcome the cold grip of winter? Yet we know that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that, said Dr. King. And Rabbi Google says, while light is the absence of darkness sounds poetic, It's not entirely accurate from a scientific perspective. Light is made of electromagnetic waves that our eyes can see, while darkness is simply just the absence of waves. We do not create darkness. We create light. The Talmud teaches us to respond to darkness with acts of light. During Hanukkah, we add candles to the menorah each night, increasing the light even as the night grows longer. This practice symbolizes hope, perseverance, and the belief that light will ultimately prevail over darkness. A gladiator battles not only for survival, but for a sense of purpose and freedom. In Gladiator 2 and Wicked, these stories resonate because they mirror our own internal battles and help us to see the light. In the arena of life, we often feel like Joseph in the pit, or a gladiator in the ring, or Alphaba wanting acceptance and flight, facing forces that seem insurmountable. We are not defined by the moments when we are cast down, but by how we rise again. Jewish tradition teaches us not to fear darkness, but to see it as an opportunity for introspection and renewal. In Pirkei Avot, which is the ethics of father, it says, "Who is strong? One who overcomes their negative impulses." Strength is not about physical might, but about spiritual resilience and moral courage. As the winter solstice approaches, let us reflect on the darkness in our own lives. Are there pits that we feel trapped in? How can we transform our challenges into opportunities for growth? What light can we kindle to push back against the shadows in our own lives? Let us reflect on the solstice and prepare for new stories of our own heroism and redemption. May we find the strength to rise from our own pits, overcome the darkness, and emerge into the light with renewed purpose and faith. It is the darkness that our dreams take shape in. Shabbat Shalom. Cantor Jennifer is going to sing your Shoshoshani for us. Want to grab the mic? She did. She's like, I am? Yeah. She said, how can I help? So, thank you.
This is also from the Song of Songs, also called the Song of David, which is thought to be written by King David and King Solomon. The Song of Songs, the Song of Solomon. Erev shel Shoshanim Netzena el habustan Mor v'samimu levona liraglech mivtan Laila yored leat V'ruach shoshano shva Hava hachlach shir balat Zemer shel ahava Laila yored leat V'ruach shoshano shva Hava el halach shir balat Zemer shel ahava Erev shel Shoshanim Netzena el habustan Mor v'samimu levona liraglech mivtan.
Please rise if it be your custom and body, mind, or spirit for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'atei gedula l'yotzer bereshit שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Introduction to the Kaddish. We remember with love Bern Aronoff, who just passed this week, Bevelyn Kaplan, who was a loved one of our congregation, Deborah Feder, Cindy Melamed, who is also a member of our congregation who died last month, Rabbi Barry Silver, we remember with love, Miriam Strecker, Margie Van Metter. December yahrzeit, Alex Cohen, David Cooper, Kurt Daniel, Benjamin Feynman, Rhodes Feynman, Mary C. Field, Roger S. Field, Denville Garrett, Sherry Glass, Alfredo Gomez, Sheldon Gordon, Paige Hulsby, Harry Jacobs, Carl Lickman, Eva Jacoby Morad, Tilly Penzak, Abraham Perlman, Eva Purish, Jack Robarts, Max Schatzer, Donald Schipper, Max Brookman, Donald Steinman, and Bess Sussman. I'd like to call up Cantor Werby to lead us in the Kaddish.
Any other names? Any other names? And to those names, I'm going to add some of the names of the 818 soldiers and 68 police officers that have been killed in Israel in this past year. Lieutenant Colonel Yochai Gur Heshberg, Lieutenant Colonel Ro'i Yochai Yosef Mordechai, Lieutenant Colonel Netanel Yaakov El-Kubi, Major Ro'i Meldasi, Major Gal Shabbat, Major Yair Cohen, Major Moshe Avram Bar-On, Major Dan Meori, Major Ben Shelley, Major Jamal Abbas, Major Ishar Natan, Major Moshe Yedidiah Leiter, Major Yehuda Natan Cohen, Major Itai Galea. We join together for Kaddish. Please rise if it is your custom. Yitgadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbah, b'yalma divrach hirisei v'yamlich malchusei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beis Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam almei almaya, yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisromam v'yisnaseh, v'yisadar v'yisalev v'yisalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchasa v'shirasa, tushbechasa v'nechemasa, da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. You may be seated. Some of you may wonder why I'm saying that in the old kind of Yiddish way. That is after Rabbi Barry's tradition, where he said it like that because there is always somebody from the Holocaust who has nobody to say Kaddish for them. And so we continue to honor his memory and the memory of the 6 million with that tradition. Before Cantor Carol wraps this beautiful service up, and thank you, Cantor Carol, for a beautiful pre-Hanukkah service. You honor us with all your creativity and your leadership, and on behalf of the congregation, I thank you. Here's a prayer for the hostages. Shomer Yisrael, guardian of Israel, we call out to you with fervent plea and prayer to bless and protect the civilian men, women, and children brutally kidnapped by Hamas and kept captive in Gaza, along with members of Israel's defense forces missing in action or held captive. May it be your will speedily and soon to bring them out of darkness and the shadow of death. May the Holy One of Blessing break their bonds, deliver them from their distress, and release them swiftly back into the loving embrace of their dear ones. Do all that must be done so that the relief, rescue, and long life may be the lot of every one of the soldiers and civilians who have been taken hostage. Act on their behalf, Lord. Take up their cause without delay so that you fulfill through them your verse from Isaiah. Those redeemed by the Lord will return. They will enter Zion with singing, and everlasting joy will crown their heads. Gladness and joy will overtake them, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. So may it be your will, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you. We really now, more than ever, must be the light, because there's just so much going on in the world. And I think that there are these forces at work that want us to just stay home and be sad. And that's not what we need to do. We need to be involved and continue to love and continue to reach out to each other. We've come together for community, and each of us needs someone who thinks about them, looks out for them, and celebrates their victories and accomplishments. May we bless each other. May we remember that life is about giving to one another and looking out for each other. May we leave this space today ready to take action for the good of our fellows and for the good of our families. One of my favorite quotes is Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. And take a moment and say hello to each other.
Thank you, guys. The announcements for the week. I want to thank Cantor Carol and Cantor Jennifer Werby for doing a beautiful service tonight. I want to thank the Beaumont and Shevlin families for sponsoring our wonderful oneg tonight. Allison and Sandon, we wish you so much mazel, and we hope that you can go back there so you can see the beautiful cake that we have for you. I appreciate that. And we really appreciate you being a part and letting us participate in this special Aufruf today. Next Friday, December 27th, we have our Chanukah Shabbat. This week, on December 25th, the evening will be the first light. So get your Chanukiahs and menorahs out and ready with one light. And next Friday night, we'll have our December 27th Chanukah Shabbat with special musical guests. We have some really special things. It will be a very musical service next week, even more so than normal. Next Sunday, we have our December 29th, our L'Dor Va-Dor Chanukah happening. It's going to be at the Lantana Road Library, which is at the corner of Lantana Road and Lawrence Road. If you have not RSVP'd as yet, please see me today or text or call the congregation phone, because we need to know how many people are coming for the food part. And there is some caution because there's some road work being done right near the library on Lantana Road, but you can still get into the library. So it should be a really fun party. We have some special music by Ruth Sabo's family, who are going to be here next week as well, and we're thrilled. On Tuesday, January 7th at 7 p.m., we have our Touch of Jewish History on Zoom, and our focus for that night is Don Rickles, and anybody can watch that. Just go to l'dorvador.org and you'll see the link, and you can watch it from your home computer or your home TV if you have connection. Look for L'Dor Va-Dor on social media, on our website, l'dorvador.org, our Facebook page, our Instagram, and our YouTube channel. Please stay for our oneg. We have a lot of delicious food and wine, and we want to celebrate the Beaumont and Shevlin family on their upcoming wedding, and we wish Mazel Tov and Shabbat Shalom, Happy Chanukah, and thank you all for being here. I appreciate it very much. Shabbat Shalom.
I wanted to say Donna Field is not here tonight because Bill had was rushed to the hospital a couple of days ago with having a heart attack, but he's had 3 stents put in. He's doing great. He's recovering. He's doing really well. I saw her today. I've been to the hospital a couple of times. He is in great spirits. No, he won't be home tomorrow, but he'll be home in a couple of days, and he's doing great. In fact, he looks better than he did before. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you all, every single one of you. I couldn't be here without you. Please rise and join me in the Hatikvah. No, Hatikvah, sorry. Wrong song. Kol od balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homiya ufate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia. Lo avda tikvatenu, hatikva bat shenot apayim, liatam choshi be'atzenu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim. Liotam choshi be'atzenu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim. Hamotzi, thank you, Ellen, for bringing that up. Yay! Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tavon. Can't tell much. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat.